Hi friends and welcome to the 21st episode of FinWiz, the Friday's Fire Chats. The last two episodes we have dedicated it to all our credit card users, and we have also seen what are the merits and demerits of using a credit card and how credit cards evolved. So this week we are going to look at what are the points to be kept in mind if you want to have a very good experience as a credit card user. Just to reiterate the point once more, my dear friends, credit card is like the knife. It is important that it is used properly and it depends on who is the user. So I believe and I trust that you will be a very, very disciplined user of the credit card so that you can get the maximum out of it for your personal financial life. Please remember, credit card was introduced as a tool to help you make hassle-free payments. It was not introduced as a spending tool. It is not for a spending mechanism. It is for a payment mechanism, a better payment mechanism. So when it comes to which card would be appropriate, you need to look at what is your spending habits. Where do you spend money? Let us say you are a frequent flyer. Then there are cards which give you benefit. As a frequent flyer, you can convert every swipe that you are making into air miles. Or let us say you regularly fill fuel against your using your card. Then there are co-branded cards, be it on HP or Indian Oil. Co-branded cards are there so that you don't have any kind of a charges when you fill fuel, and maybe you will have even better reward points. Or let us say very, very frequently you use it on e-commerce portals like Amazon. There are co-branded cards wherein you get some benefits when you are using it in these kind of e-commerce sites. So depending on your usage, spending habits, choose a card appropriately. And when you're signing up for a credit card, be aware what are the various charges that are there. Is it lifetime free card, or is it going to be free only for the first year, or there are any charges that you have to pay? If you are paying for it, is it worth it against what are the various benefits? So yes, they could be in the smallest of the font in the application form. You might probably even need a magnifying lens to read it, but then do understand. Even if you are not clear at the time of signing up, once you get your card, along with the card, you will get a booklet with all these brochures on what are the various charges, terms and conditions, including the billing cycle and the grace period that you have for this particular card that you have received. So be aware, understand all these things so that you can use the card appropriately and maximize the benefits. So what are the various offers? On a regular basis, you might be getting some SMS, email, or even when you get a statement in hand, they might be putting up various offers, various discount offers and all that on your card. So be aware so that you can use it appropriately and get the maximum benefit out of that. Track your expenses regularly. Whenever you're getting your credit card statement, have a look at where the money has gone, how you have spent it, so that you can appropriately analyze and plan your future expenses. Please remember, it is not for spending easily, it is for making payments easily that a credit card is given to you. So when you have a credit card statement, one of the good things is you will be able to track your spending pattern. I've seen some very, very careful users who are very smart. What they do is, only when they have money in their bank account, they will swipe a credit card. Otherwise, they will say that I don't deserve to spend money on my credit card, so I will not buy. If you are that kind of user, hats off, guys, right? So I've also seen people who will swipe the card and immediately once they are back home, that same evening, they will transfer the money to their credit card account so that they are done and dusted. There are also some more smarter users who will immediately park that money in a sweep FD or a liquid fund so that can also fetch some interest. And when the credit card is due for payment, they will liquidate those funds and immediately transfer it to their credit card account. So you can use all this in a very, very judicious manner, so wisely, so that you can get better returns on your money. So when you're reading your credit card statement, also look at if there are any kind of hidden charges or any other such levies that they have put in. And most importantly, when you get your credit card statement, look at the payment due date and mark it in your calendar, be it on a mobile or any other calendar that you use. Put a reminder and always have the habit of paying the entire outstanding amount not even 1 rupee lesser, entire outstanding amount much before the due date. Let's say your credit card due date is on the 5th and you have the habit of paying salaries to your staff on the 30th, along with paying salaries on the 30th to all your staff, pay off your credit card also. Don't wait till the last minute to make your credit card payments. It's a good habit to always make it in much advance itself. There are also people who will very carefully, beautifully plan their billing cycle so that they will have two cards. One card could be billing cycle of 1st of a month, other card could be 15th, so that they'll be able to accordingly rotate the purchases. You might smartly play around with this billing cycles, but never ever use it to rotate the money. Then you will get into a serious kind of a problems at a little later stage. Again, never make huge, large purchases on your credit card and convert it to EMI. The habit of buy now and pay later is harmful to your financial health. Rather, get into a habit of save now and buy later. BNPL, no. SNBL, yes. So save now and buy later. Maybe park this money in a liquid fund, and once the money is sufficient enough to make the purchase, remove it, withdraw it. Even if you swipe the card, make the payment through your card account directly. So it is up to you how you are going to use it, but then never ever use it for really taking credit. If probably there are more than one people at your home you're using the card, you can apply for an add-on card for them. Maybe your wife or your husband is using the card, and it will become a hassle when you have one card and both of you need to keep using it. So you can apply for an add-on card. The overall limit will be the same for both these cards put together, but it will become easy so that you can use it whenever whoever is going out. And the statement will also reflect very, very clearly who has used it, whether the husband has swiped it or the wife has swiped it. Again, if you are looking at the people who are using it for business, I would recommend have two separate cards, one for your personal use, the other one for your business expenses, so that they don't get commingled. And if you have an entity, be it private limited or something, you can ask the bank wherever you have your current account to issue a corporate card to you. There are banks who give this kind of a facility so that it very, very clearly gets accounted. And for those expenses on your business, right from your business account itself, bank account itself, you can make the credit card payment. So the accounting is also very, very clear for you. Depending on your card usage, how good the user you are, the bank may offer to increase the credit card limit. So as and when they offer that, definitely go for it. Increase your credit limit, but if you believe that increasing credit limit may make you spend more, that's not the purpose of increasing your credit limit. Ideally, the bank may think so, but you should not use it for that. It is only for emergency purposes that it can come handy. So what you can do, being judicious in your spending habit, log into your net banking, go to the cards tab. Under that, you can set control on your spending limits. Maybe if they have increased it from 2 lakh to 3 lakh, whereas you feel that on an average, I don't spend more than 40-50%, which is the right amount. Don't spend more than 40-50% of your credit limit. So if you want to have internal control limits, you can reduce the credit limit and keep. For increasing only, you need the permission of the bank. For reducing, nobody needs to give you any kind of permission. You need to go and set the internal controls. So reduce it to whatever the limit that you want as overall limit. You can also have sublimits for maximum spending in a day or maximum amount per transaction, or whether you want the card to be enabled for international usage, or in a domestic usage also you want to enable it for only merchant outlet or online transaction also, or ATM usage also. Depending on your kind of a usage, you can set internal control and enable certain functions and disable certain functions, purely depending on what kind of a user you are. And I would humbly suggest, never ever use your card for drawing cash. That is one of the easiest way to fall into a debt trap. Even in the worst of the situation for emergency, don't draw cash from your credit card. That will ruin your financial health. So always be within the credit limit. I wouldn't say if your credit limit is say 2 lakh rupees, spend 1,99,000. No, it is good not to exceed 50% of your overall credit limit so that you maintain a healthy CIBIL score. On that note, my dear friends, finally, I would say it is your credit card. You need to use it judiciously, and I'm very sure and I trust that as a disciplined person in your personal financial life, you will maximize the benefits out of the card and never ever allow the card to use you. Use your card wisely for your own self. And finally, never ever use your card for others. Don't be so generous person doing charity for everybody on earth and swipe card for all your friends and relatives, because that would also spoil relationships. If in case they don't pay up on time, then you will be responsible for that. So on that note, my dear friends, take care, have a great financial life. As the financial year is coming to our end, my best wishes so that the next financial year gives you abundance in your financial life, and see you with many more interesting topics in the next episodes to come. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Jai Hind.